Yemens Houthis release footage of takeover of Israeli-linked cargo ship.
Here's a summary of the article.
Your profile can be used to present content that appears more relevant based on your possible interests, such as by adapting the order in which content is shown to you, so that it is even easier for you to find content that matches your interests. Content presented to you on this service can be based on your content personalization profiles, which can reflect your activity on this or other services, possible interests and personal aspects, such as by adapting the order in which content is shown to you, so that it is even easier for you to find content that matches your interests. Information regarding which content is presented to you and how you interact with it can be used to determine whether the content e.g. reached its intended audience and matched your interests. Reports can be generated based on the combination of data sets regarding your interactions and those of other users with advertising or content to identify common characteristics. Information about your activity on this service, such as your interaction with ads or content, can be very helpful to improve products and services and to build new products and services based on user interactions, the type of audience, etc. Content presented to you on this service can be based on limited data, such as the website or app you are using, your non-precise location, your device type, or which content you are interacting with. Certain information is used to ensure the technical compatibility of the content or advertising, and to facilitate the transmission of the content or ad to your device.
This post received a score of 2,800, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Probably some security companies updating their offer already. It's harder to defend a ship from helicopters than from skiffs, but a single mounted .50 calories should still be able to get the job done.
Insurance companies too.
This is the big thing. Globalization is only possible due to razor-thin insurance costs. As soon as this sort of thing happens, it drives insurance through the roof and makes it uneconomical to ship at all.
Acts of terrorism aren't covered by motor insurance carriers. I'm not sure how it changes with boats because I'm sure they need some sort of protection from pirates, but I personally asked my carrier for coverage and they looked at me like I was insane.
You can get insurance for anything including acts of terror. You just have to pay a little more. That's why markets like Lloyd's exist and why you'll find a surprising number of ex-SAS types employed there.
Now cargo ships have to bring stingers with them?
Unless you want to buy stingers for every trip and then dump them overboard every time you enter port, no, that's not going to happen. Most countries don't really like you bringing MANPADs into port from a commercial freighter.
Stick a fern on the end of it and call it modern art. No officer, that's a stinger. Gore. It's French, ya know? Very famous artist.
The ship not Israeli. This is a problem to the world. Imagine if they decide to hijack more ships and cripple the world trade in the Suez Canal.
Isn't that how the 6 Days War kinda started? I might be wrong, but I remember it happening from some crisis at the Suez Canal.
Straits of Tiran IRC, Egypt blockaded it. There was a different Suez Canal crisis in 56. I expect Israel has added the Houthis to their to-do list. They'll probably drop a few bombs on Yemen once they get the go-ahead from the US and Saudis.
Nah, I find it hard to believe the IDF acts as if it wants to start only the fronts it has to, and that's it. I mean, we act like there isn't even a front in Lebanon, so to start with the Houthis doesn't sound like them anyway. What they launch comes from Egypt, not Yemen, so they can't reach that far from their home.
Time to bring back Q ships. That would make the Houthis a bit more cautious.
I imagine some security companies are getting some phone calls.
Why are they moving tactically against civilians? Do they think it makes them look tough or something?
Yes. It's a common trend in terrorist organizations to make themselves look tough and competent, to try and portray that they're a legitimate force. In reality, they're just terrorists who would do nothing but die against anyone but civilians.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.